Hello there, fellow collectors. Welcome into the stream. Welcome into the show. Welcome to episode 53 of the live show. Sunday showcase, where I review all of this week's, well, probably the past couple weeks, 1/6 scale news. I hope this helps you all get rid of your Sunday scaries. And I hope you all enjoy your stay. Thank you all for being here. Sorry I've been away. It's weird. I didn't stream last week, streamed the week before, and it feels like I haven't streamed for like a month. It is so odd. Such an odd feeling when I haven't been on for a while, but also, hold on a second. I gotta make sure my audio is working right. That is so weird. Hold on one second, everybody. Uh-oh. Hold on. My mixer is doing something weird. Hello? Okay, there we go. We are good. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. Please be sure to hit that like button on your way in, or if you are here, 32 of y'all in here, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Guys, housekeeping for you as always. If you like what I do on my show, please consider becoming a member and joining the fandom, where you get access to a bunch of cool perks. Don't forget, guys, that super fans get $5 and fanatics get $10 in store credit to underground figures every quarter. The recent quarter just went out to everybody, so if you're a super fan or fanatic, you should have already have gotten that deposited into your underground figures account. You guys can know how to join. You already know how to join. You can just go to my page or hit up the link in the chat. As always, it's pinned to the top. Huge shout out to all 47 of y'all. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know I haven't been able to do as much stuff as I would have liked lately. Life has gotten in the way for me, but I appreciate all of you guys. I see everybody in the chat who's always still coming in to support no matter what. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And then I want to give a shout out to Underground Figures. Speaking of them, guys, go check out undergroundfigures.net. If you make an account on their website, you get no NRD pre-orders, which I absolutely love. You don't have to pay tax. You get double box shipments free of charge. Check out the description. Please mention I sent you if you go check them out. And even if you order something, so I can keep this store credit promo going for the channel members. Yeah, so I can do giveaways occasionally. What else we got? If you like the cases behind me, guys, make sure you go check out MODUSPACE. And a little birdie told me that there might be an Easter deal coming up for MODUSPACE. So I will announce that once it happens, and I will keep you guys posted. Don't forget, you can use code FANDOM in all caps for $20 off your order. Would really appreciate it if you do that and save yourself just a little bit of money in the process as well. And then, guys, don't forget 6 scale figs and parts on eBay. If you need these batteries for your USB battery replacement kits for your little button cell battery figures, don't forget, for the month, you can get 10% off using code FANDOM10 at checkout on eBay. So it's a one-time use code. Go check them out. If you need to get some more light kits, they're awesome. Absolutely love them. I'm still working on getting mine set up, but got a couple set up, and they are great. I'm going to do it with all the figures that I can that are not USB. So go check them out. Okay. It has been a while. Let me get to all of you lovely people in the chat. Oh, dang, a lot of chat messages to get through. So thank you all for being here. 32 y'all. Like I said, please hit that like button. If you haven't already. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to go through some of the other older figures from the last couple weeks, probably too. I want to talk about the Celebration exclusive stuff, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Got a lot of Star Wars to talk about. Gotta love it. Absolutely love talking about Star Wars. So let's see, who do we got in here? We got Jarence in the house. What's up? This is a new name. Thank you so much for being here, Jarence. Hope you enjoy your stay. Appreciate you being here. We got Fanatic Valkyrie Magnus in the chat. He says, good evening, Steven chat. Let's have a fun stream tonight. Yeah, man, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to talk about some figures. And before I go through the rest of you, I know I just saw this message pop up here from Austin, another fanatic. What's up, bro? He says, can't stay long. I'll catch the replay. Just wanted to say both Artisan Anakins are goated Grail figures. Yeah, we're going to talk about Dark Side Anakin. So I hope you can catch a replay, man. But thank you for stopping in and saying what's up, dude. Appreciate your support. And for being in the chat on the Facebook group, guys, go join the Facebook group and come hang out with us in the chat if you have not already. We got Fanatic Cage in the house. Every single stream says, evening, everyone. Hello there. Hope you all had a kick-ass day. And be sure to hit that like button before Spider Steve finds you. That's right. That's right. We got Superfan OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. What's up, bro? He says, hello there. Hello, everyone. Using those emojis. I appreciate it. We got another fan, Universal Key, in the house. What's up, bro? He says, evening, everyone. Using that emoji as well. Appreciate it, man. Love the cap shield as always. We got Stacy Jedi 291 in the house. He says, good evening, Steve and fellow collectors. What's up, Stacy? Thanks so much for being here. And let's see here. We got Fanatic AJ Agrusa in the chat. What is up, AJ? He says, good evening, friends. Hope all is well. You too, man. Thank you so much for being here. Another fan, Christian Crosshair Cooper. What is up, bro? He says, what's up, guys? Another fan. Dang, all the channel members in the house, as always. Appreciate y'all being here. Crevis 1138. Evening, Steve in chat. Hope everyone's doing great. Yes, I am doing well, man. Not really looking forward to going to work tomorrow, but that's okay. Looking forward to this coming weekend is WrestleMania, so I'm looking forward to watching that. And also, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming out. Daredevil season 1 is about to wrap up. The Last of Us starts tonight, which I'm hopefully, if I'm up for it, I'm going to watch after the show tonight. Last of Us season 2, which if you don't know about the games, you are in. You thought the first season was brutal. Ooh, just wait now. It's going to be crazy. And then then we got Andor, obviously a week from Tuesday. Cannot wait. 3 episodes a week. It's basically going to be like a movie every single week for the next 4 weeks when that starts. And then we got a bunch of movies coming out. Thunderbolts is coming soon. Revenge of the Sith is coming back to theaters end of April. And then obviously the big hitters later in the summer as well. So yeah, I'm excited for that. We got Matt in the house. What's up, Matt? He says, hello, everyone. Hello to you. We got Nick's Collectibles in the house. What's up, my boy Nick? He says, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for being here. We got fan of the channel, MB Dyson 829. Good evening, gents. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. We got super fan Batman Collectibles in the house. Is the man, the myth, the legend has returned. Yes, I'm back. Feels good to be back, man. It's crazy. I had a lot of people say something to me about missing it. It's only been 2 weeks, but it's funny. It's weird when you take a week off. It feels like it's been so long. It's such a weird feeling. We got another fan, Clinton Martin, in the house. What's up, Clinton? He says, howdy, folks. Howdy to you. Thanks so much for being here as always, bro. Appreciate it. We got another super fan, Boba Fettuccini, in here. Hey, yo, all. What's up, boss? He says, let's get on the Rogue One train with some Baze and Saw. Dude, I hope so. We know Saw's in Andor. Even if they gave us a Saw Gerrera from Andor, I mean, it's going to be relatively probably the same looking. I could see it happening. I could see Saw potentially happening. Baze, it depends. Like, we finally get Andor, and I'm so glad they branded him Rogue One. I think that was such a smart move. We'll talk about the figure and stuff in a little bit, but and then we got K2, who's branded Andor, and I'm hoping that means that we get like both lines as they go through the show and they're announcing some things. I hope we get figures from both, and they kind of clean up some of that. So we'll see. MB Dyson has forgot to mention tariffs in the crawl. Yes, I did. I totally forgot. We'll talk about it probably tonight. I'm sure it's gonna come back up. AJ says, I've had horrible Sunday scaries the last few weeks for some reason. Speaking of tariffs, the Trade Titan is in the house. We got Superfan Big Dog Pound 1 in the house. Woo! What is up, bro? Thanks so much for being here. I know this dude's excited for WrestleMania. Gotta be. We got Chris Santos in the house. Hey, Steve, what's up? What's up, Chris? Thanks for being here, man. I know you're excited for the show tonight. I hope you're having a good weekend as well. Let's see here. What's up, Mike? He says, hey, everyone, Sneaker, you don't stream for a week and you forget how to work YouTube. It's weird. I have like a mixer that does a bunch of like, that's how I do my voice change stuff. And I can do, it has like a soundboard and stuff, but it like completely froze. So I couldn't like, when I talk, the mixer bar jumps up and down. So like, I know it's picking up my audio, but it was not doing anything. So I was like, oh shoot, is it frozen? So, but yeah, got to work out the kinks again. What's up, Eclectic Collector? Thank you so much for being here. Says, what up, guys? Ooh, BDP says, it's Tiffy time. I think she could win. Let's see. We got a fan, Keith Lee, in the house. Says, happy Sunday, folks. Happy Sunday to you, bro. Thanks so much for being here. We got Darth Malik's missing lower jaw. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, man. Thank you for tuning into the show. Christian says he finally got his Balin in. Dude, great figure, man. Great figure. Mike says, what does GOATed stand for anyways? Greatest of all time every day? I kind of like the everyday part. Oh, we got Lady Evil Sneaker in the house. Oh, hey, that's my wifey with the, putting a couple emojis in the chat. I think she's got the stream up a little bit before my son goes to bed as well. So they're tuning into the show. Hi, guys. Hi, Ronan. We got Funky Cold Santa in the house. What's up, man? He says, I need 2.0 Krennic. Dude, I think it's going to happen. I don't see why they wouldn't. But we'll see. We got Ryan Sadler in the house. What's up, my man? What is up, Ryan? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you tuning in to the show. And we got Fanatic Howard Potts in here. He says, hello there. Be back after 8 p.m. Central. I should still be here in the next, what is that? 39 minutes. I should be here. So thank you so much for tuning in, bro. Really appreciate it. Keith says, you use the mixer to do the change your voice. I thought that was you all this time. Yes, I do. The secret is out, and it's Steve Cobblepot is all me though. That one's 100% me, for sure. We got the Jedi Knights watching here. What's up, Graham? He says, dang, celebrates 14 months of membership. That is crazy, dude. So time just flies. Can't believe it. But thank you, man. Thank you for all the support for all the months. He says, hey, Steven Chat, new setup looks nice. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate that. Sadly, I have not really done a ton with the figures lately. I need to get going on my backlog still. I just haven't really had the time, but we'll get there. I am liking how it's looking with these cases kind of next to me here. And the setup is, it's evolving. So I got to clean some stuff up, but had some random stuff happen. Like one of my toilets upstairs completely broke yesterday. So it was a part that was unfixable. So I had to take that toilet out, had to buy a new one, carry it up the stairs, install that. It's just very, life just throws you these things. So that's always fun. But thank you, Graham, for the 14 months, man. Appreciate it. We got Fanatic Hammer of God in here. What's up, bro? He says, what's up, Steven Chat? Thanks so much for being here, man. We got Fig Poser in the house. What's up, bro? He says, what up, though? What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Okay, 40 y'all in here. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate that. And let's start talking about some stuff. I'm going to go over some older stuff because I want to just really touch base on a couple of Celebration exclusive things. Other than, you already know we're going to talk about like the Dark Side Anakin or Darth Vader Sith Apprentice, no doubt. So some I'm going to kind of breeze through a little bit, and then we'll talk about some other stuff a little bit more in detail. Keith says, you broke your toilet? Strong work, Steve. Let's go, bro. Let's go. All that atoning he does every morning. That's right. Toilet issues. Okay, let's talk about some stuff. Like I said, I know some of these figures are a little bit older, but I do want to talk about these, like I said, these Celebration exclusives. So let me go this right here. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger on my end without jacking this up too much. Hold on. I got to get this looking better. There we go. Okay. So I want to talk about this Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper because this was my last stream that I did. I basically signed off, and then like 5 minutes later, this thing popped up. So very interesting. I am not surprised. I feel like it makes sense because Hot Toys has done these kind of random troopers. You know, they have like that one porcelain trooper, they have the gold one and the silver one, and just like these various different themes of stormtroopers that they've done. So I really am not surprised. I am not going to get this. I'll just say that right up front. This is one I'm passing on, but I can appreciate the figure for what it is. It is I'll say this, if I was going to Celebration, I would probably pick this up, because I think if you're there and you go and like, this would be a really cool thing to say like, oh, I got this figure from Star Wars Celebration Japan and it's an exclusive Hot Toys figure from being there. I would think that that is something that I would probably pick it up for. Otherwise, not something that I'm going to get. This is one truly that I would be like, you know, like Mike says, this Cherry Blossom Trooper is perfect as a Japan exclusive. Yeah, not perfect for my collection. Yeah, if this was like last time I went to one Star Wars Celebration, it was 2019 in Chicago, and if Hot Toys was there, yeah, I would have probably wanted to get something, even at that point, not collecting Hot Toys figures, but it's probably something that I would have wanted to what I wanted to do. But yeah, not really for me. It's cool for what it is. And cherry blossom, it's like cherry blossom season, I think, right now in Japan too. And like that flower is something that's really, really important in their culture as well. So like what it symbolizes and stuff. So I get it. Totally get why they would do it. But it's just not for me. Not for me. Looks cool though. I'm curious to see what the price is going to be on this thing with how they price like their regular troopers. But I just wanted to talk about this real quick. And this is like Star Wars Celebration exclusive. I wonder if this is going to be, in order to get this jacket, that you have to actually get it in Japan versus get it once they put the extra allotment on Sideshow. Yeah, it looks like it. Celebration exclusive Japan, and then this one doesn't have that. I just realized that. I thought that would come with both, but I guess not. But anyways, that's that one. Let me get back to you guys here. 1 second here. Gotta ease up on the fiber. This sucks, Clinton. I had upstairs toilet get clogged and overflowed overnight. Woke up to 2 inches of standing water upstairs and was draining into my garage. Oh, that really sucks, man. Ugh. Well, I guess it wasn't so bad on my end then. Ryan says, I feel this is silly in a sense. They really think this would help sell it more. I don't know. I think it's just more of a, this is what we're going to create. It's so easy for them to make this. Like they do so many troopers all the time. It's just a repack stormtrooper. So it's super easy. They're just printing this onto there. Mike says, I wonder what kind of exclusive trooper we would get. Celebration was in the States. Championship Eagles jersey. I don't know what they would do. That would be interesting. Ryan says, sad this thing. Sad thing is it's a Rogue One sculpt with flowers on it. People love that version. That's one of the best one. What's up, Ermac? Thank you for being here. New name. Appreciate you tuning in. Did you guys talk about the 6% Sideshow tariffs yet? No, we have not. But we'll get to it at some point here. And okay, let me get to another figure here. Let me go up to let's talk about, let me see here. What do we want to talk about next? Let's just hit this Darth Maul and get this out of the way here real quick. Another figure that makes sense as an exclusive. I think for the most part, they all make sense as exclusives, other than what a lot of people would argue is the Anakin. But this is cool, man. If you're into concept art style figures, I just can't do it. Like if I could get everything, I would love that, but I just can't get every single figure. If I could get every Star Wars figure, that would be great, but it's just not feasible. This is a cool concept art piece though. Like I can always appreciate things being concept art. And this is, this is dope, especially if you really love Darth Maul. I can already tell you, shout out to Reese. Darth Reese, aka the Maul Fiend, that man's getting this. He messaged me of like right away when I posted this, said you already know I'm copping this. So yeah, he's getting this, you know. But this is really cool, like as a concept art piece. I think the armor's badass. I think like it's always interesting seeing like how this stuff evolves, man. Like going from what Maul turned to in this being concept art, it's like, it's crazy. I like these like kind of like the leg pieces and like these part of like his shins and the boots and stuff, like the leg armor. For the gauntlets are cool too. Looks cool, but this is a pass for me. I can't do it. I'm still waiting on, which I almost forgot, I am still waiting on my Darth Maul with the speeder and the dewback. I'm still waiting on Sand Trooper and dewback to ship from Sideshow. Drop ship for Underground Figures. Sideshow is really going slow on the dewback. It's crazy. I paid for that thing 2 months ago now. Yeah. I want my Phantom Menace Maul. That's really like the main one. I need to get Clone Wars Maul at some point too, but Phantom Menace Maul is really the one that I need to get. Need to get back after the other one. I sold the other one a while ago. Again, cool. It's a Hot Toys exclusive, limited. Something that is going to probably, is it going to sell out? It'll probably sell out because it's so, what is the limit? What's the limited on this here? Yeah, 1,000 in Japan and then 1,500 elsewhere. I don't know if this would sell out at Star Wars Celebration. I really don't. I'm not sure. It's cool though. Cool piece. This is weird. This one doesn't show the picture of like everything that he comes with. Sorry, now I'm going fast. It's not on here. But I could see this like, I don't know if it'll sell out at Celebration, but I don't feel like this one's going to be really, really hard to get versus some other exclusive stuff. Especially with a lot of the uncertainty surrounding pricing and everything right now and tariffs and all that stuff. So yeah, that's that one. Like I said, I'm passing on this one, but I can appreciate it for what it is. Concept art stuff is always cool. Always cool stuff. Like I said, it's so interesting to see what artists are like thinking and then what they create and then what ends up kind of like on screen, right? But yeah, this is cool. Yeah, Ryan says he loves the armor look. No doubt. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Let's see. What's up, Matt Planet 23? Thanks so much for being here. Says hello, Figures and Fandom Plus chat. Woo! BDP always bringing the hype. AJ says if the hologram one sold out, this one probably will go faster. I think that is probably true because the hologram one did sell out. Granted, the hologram one, what was the price on that one? Because that one was what, 2 or 150? So that was 150. Like this Maul is going to be 280, 290, like as an exclusive. So I think that would be the only like other thing is a factor in the price. But yeah, I think like it's when there's only 1,000 to Celebration, 1,500 elsewhere. I can't think of a Star Wars figure other than like the recent like gold, what the gold Commander Cody. But you know what? I'm curious now. Or not the gold one, the silver one. That even event like ended up selling out, the Chrome Commander Cody, and that one was 2,500, but that one took a while. You know, I don't know if this is gonna sit for that long. Safeful, my guy, what's up, bro? He says Yellow Sneaker. Thanks so much for being here, man. Appreciate you tuning in. A little bit of an earlier start, and I might stick with it. It's just easier for me. I work a 10-hour day on Mondays. Well, for now, it's going to switch in here in a few weeks, I guess, to 8-hour days. But it's nicer to kind of get done just a little bit early. earlier than usual and not have to go to work the next day super tired. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Darth Malik's mixing the Joss says the original concept art for Maul is crazy nightmare fuel. Red dreadlocks, gray skin, crazy eyes, and jagged sharp teeth. Yeah, he's a scary dude. Boba Fettuccini says love concept art stuff too. This one looks great, but not for me. The only concept Hot Toys I have is Iron Strange. Great figure. Yeah, the figure is cool. Yep. Yeah, I think concept art stuff is cool. I think some of the Ralph McQuarrie concept art stuff might actually get me if they start doing some of that, like concept Vader or something like that. We'll see. Darth Malik's missing Lord Joss. He's going to try to grab this one. Yes, nice. We got Ash Chase in the house. Says, what up, plastic crackheads? What's up, bro? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you tuning in as always. That's it on the Maul. Again, I got to pass on it. Before, where are we at? Because I think we got to talk about Anakin, Ahsoka. Do we want to talk about Daredevil? Should we talk about Daredevil? We got to talk about Ahsoka, Anakin, Black Suit Tobey, Andor, K2. There's a lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about for sure. But should we talk about Daredevil? What do you guys think? What do we think here? Let's talk about it. All of them. Yes, Daredevil. All right, appreciate that. Okay, let's talk about them. So the show is, I'm going to keep it spoiler free because I know the show is like kind of what, we're 8 episodes in. We got one more on Tuesday. The latest episode was wild. Like I said, let's keep it spoiler free, but the show overall, I was super excited for it to come back. I really enjoyed the Netflix series. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you watch it full through on Netflix and then get into this show. And what I'll say about the show, I'm into it. I've been enjoying it. But the pacing for this show is like kind of all over the place. And I'm not saying this as like necessarily like, it doesn't bother me a ton. It's just something that I'm picking up on. I'm really not all that picky when it comes to something's got to like be pretty bad for me to like really have issues with it. But the pacing is just crazy. Like the show starts off kind of slower, and then all of a sudden like it gets hit really crazy, and then it's like really crazy again. And then it kind of slows down again. Yeah, it's just very it's in this latest episode was really good and has like pretty big implications. So yeah, I am enjoying the show. I'm excited to see what they do with the final episode next week. And then, or I should say this week on Tuesday. And I will be very excited to see eventually what they do with Jon Bernthal's Punisher for the special that Marvel's doing. That's going to basically be like a Punisher movie. I cannot wait for that. And I know that Jon Bernthal also said like he wanted reshoots if he's going to have his character in this show. Yeah, like Airmax says, there were production issues with the show and it's very noticeable. Yeah, I could see I think like some of his stuff was like reshot and stuff, right? Which I know reshoots happen quite often, but yeah, it's just, there's a lot of, the pacing is just very interesting, but it's good acting. I still like the direction that it's heading, and it's been good. It's still been good. So Creevy says Ralph McQuarrie concept figures would be fire. No doubt. They really would. Christian's working on finishing the Netflix show. He's on the last season. Yep, that one's really good. Boa says Daredevil is awesome, but gonna wait and see if they come out with a double D logo chest version. Have faith. It's gonna happen at some point. Yeah, the pacing is weird. Season 2 should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Hammer of God says Feige replaced the showrunners after a bunch was already shot. Makes sense. Yep. It just says, yeah, he just dropped out of my local con, so he's off to do something now. John Bernthal's one dude I would like to meet at some point. Yeah, a bit disjointed. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like you guys are all saying, to be fair, the show has been reworked a lot from Safels. Supposedly episode 1, 8, and 9 were completely reshot, while everything in between mixed new scenes with old ones. I'm mixed on the show. It's not beating season 3 yet. Yeah, this makes sense. Like with them reshooting it, when you have a show, this is where it's tough. Like if you have a vision and it's already cohesive and you have it all the way through, and then it's, oh, we're going to reshoot episodes completely. That's going to like really, really change things up. Right. So like the pacing is going to be thrown off by that. So yeah, I do appreciate the episodes are pretty long. I do like that. Ryan says need new Kingpin to go with them. It could happen. Yeah. Vincent Kingpin would be dope. We got Superfan Big Rib in the house. What's up, Big Rib? Says, what's up, Steve? Miss you, man. Dude, I miss you too, bro. Thanks so much for tuning into the show. Okay, let's go through this Daredevil real quick here. So it looks, you know, when this was teased, I'm like, oh man, yeah, like we're gonna get a Daredevil from this show. Like I want one at some point. But now I'm a little hesitant because yeah, he's gonna inevitably get another suit, and I don't know if I want to pull the trigger just yet. One, I really want a Punisher figure. I don't know if it'd be from the show. I wonder if they'll just do it from his special. Probably from the Marvel special that ends up coming out. I feel like we'll get a Punisher. But figure, it looks pretty good. The other ones that came out though came with like, I feel like more stuff. Like they came with those nice, like those cool bases, and this one just doesn't really come with a lot of stuff. It's a really, like they could have done something better than this as far as the stand goes. Like you could have given much more than a generic stand when the other ones came with like cool stuff. You could have included the same diorama style base, right? Suit material. You can tell it's going to get bunched up. It's probably going to get creased and stuff as well. The sculpt, I feel like the sculpt is, I feel like the mask sculpt is pretty good. This one, the lower face. This is good. I don't think this is like an amazing likeness, but this is still good. The glasses look like they could be a little bit better. I think the mask is well done though. Like this looks good. It just, it doesn't come with a whole lot of stuff. Does that come with a little head mask stand? That's pretty cool. But yeah, they could have just like give a nicer stand for this figure. This is like a standalone, like main character. You got to give him a better stand than this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe a Punisher this month. That would be awesome. Safel says he's waiting for the Daredevils or the double D's. Yeah, in black. Matt's waiting for the letters as well. What's up, Brad? Super fan of the channel, Brad Cormack. What's up, dude? He says, hey, Steve. I'm late, but I'm here. It's all good. I started earlier than typical. You typically be starting at 8 p.m. Central, so I'm early. Yeah, needs a gargoyle or something to stand on. Yeah, it could have just given us something. You know what I mean? We got Tijuana Mike, aka King Churro, in the house. What's up, man? Channel member. Happy Sunday, collectors. Happy Sunday to you as well. Thank you so much for being here and being a super fan of the channel. Safely, yeah, I love the faceplates. They look so well done. Iffy on the head sculpt, though. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, faceplates look great. Head sculpt, it could be better. Darth Maul, Mr. Lord Jar. I got this one on pre-order. I prefer the red suit over what we may get later. I'll pair him with Artisan Black Widow. They were a team back in the 70s comics operating out of San Francisco. Yeah, that's cool. So it's cool you can do something like that with it. Yeah, finishing these rectangular horseshit bases have to go. They're old and tired. The round base is so much better as a standard type of thing. Yeah, I think that round base is like actually like the new ones they're doing that have some elevation to them are really cool. I wish they would make like all of them have some type of adjustability. I think that would be really cool. But Yeah, I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. I might just kind of play the long game on this. I'm going to wait and see. Safel says no round bases. I don't have too much. I kind of like the mix of different bases that they give. I guess I don't really haven't really thought of whether or not I have a preference. There's a couple different things, like the bases that they're giving, like the one I think about, with Artisan Anakin, like C-3PO, for example, and like the Han Solo one that's coming out. For some figures, it's like, okay, this is too small. For C-3PO, it works because he doesn't have a lot of articulation. But if you want to dynamically pose something on there, you're not really going to be able to do much. So it has its pros and cons. I don't know. I'm also kind of more of a fan now, too, of okay, I might just get a custom base for a figure or something like that. Ryan says, oh my, I feel dumb. Don't even think I didn't even think of him not having the double D's on his chest right now. Yeah, but it's gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen. For real. Okay, they give him all these hands. I guess it's because he comes with these different accessories, but damn, give the man a base. Give the man a cool base, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. Moving along here. Let's talk about Ahsoka. Come on, man. This figure, man, this is wild. This sculpt is amazing, and it's been interesting lately because there's a really big fuss about what happened with Artisan Anakin, which I already talked about. I'm happy with how Artisan Anakin turned out, regardless of it not being as good as a proto. I'm still pretty happy with it. Can't wait to get mine in hand to really see how it is. But this is another figure from the Ahsoka line that has hit. Every figure from this line has been straight heat when it comes to the head sculpts, in my mind. Some would argue that Sabine doesn't look exactly like the actress. I would say the sculpt doesn't look exactly like the actress, but the sculpt is still good for the, as a representation of Sabine. And this is where it's nice because you have the live action interpretation, but then she easily still falls into this could be a portrayal of her from Rebels, right? So I'm happy with Sabine. I think she's a great figure, and I think the head sculpt I will say the head sculpt for Sabine is hard to photograph. It's tough to get it looking right on camera for some odd reason. But these figures, Balin's an amazing figure. Can't wait to get Shin. Cannot wait to get Hera. Hera is the one that needs to really, really hit with the sculpt. I really hope they don't mess that one up. I really, really want to mod this onto the old one, this faceplate, but it doesn't fit. I know 16 Lovers on Instagram did a video of showing the different faceplates and how there's a piece in the back that kind of blocks it from getting pushed forward. This might be the figure that I actually try to make some actual no turning back damage mods to. We'll see, because I really want to take this. I do not want to just leave one of these in the box. I want to take this head sculpt, this combat sculpt, and put it onto the older the Mandalorian Ahsoka figure, and have that one in an action pose, and then have this one in a neutral face pose. The tricky part is it doesn't fit all the way. And then the headdress is different. The headpiece is a different, the Leku are different length, and the details a little bit different because it changed actually from the Mandalorian look of Ahsoka to then the Ahsoka TV series. They actually made the Leku look different after they kind of figured out how to create it. So it's the look changed, but the headpiece is also different when she's wearing her gray outfit. So I'm going to futz with it when I get it and see if I can get it to work. Even if I can get it to work where I can just set it, and the headdress piece too is the faceplate is the same technology. Like it's glued onto the headpiece. So I actually took mine and like wiggled it free from the glue and actually like took it off my headpiece because I wanted to see if I could get it off in order to get it onto this. And it's doable. It's doable. You just got to like get the glue, break it off from the glue. So we'll see. We'll see. This is one I really want to take this head sculpt and put it onto the other one. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm excited to try it out, but well, I don't know. Let's see here. Bubba says Ahsoka is another great one. Getting her to go with not instead of the Mando version. Yeah, I'm keeping both because Ahsoka, I've said this in the past too about this figure and this character is like, this is a progression of Ahsoka as a character. And she's one of the most like fleshed out characters when it comes to her arc throughout Star Wars, starting from when she's first introduced in the Clone Wars movie as Anakin, basically like with Anakin and then being, you know, Anakin's Padawan, and she just gets developed so much throughout Clone Wars, and then obviously now is her own show. But the progression of getting to this point where she kind of has like this Gandalf moment, right? From going to like Ahsoka the Grey to Ahsoka the White, essentially. That progression is really important, I think, to her character, and I want both representations of that, and you know, within the Ahsoka case too. You know, I think that that's just such a cool thing. Because of what she got over, right? And like we all remember the flashback episode in Ahsoka and like the kind of the demons she was fighting against, right? And you know, her being involved in war and then how she couldn't move on from what was happening and stuff like that, right? And kind of closed off to training Sabine and all that stuff. So a lot of good stuff with her character that is makes me definitely want to get this one as well and keep the older one. Yeah, Ahsoka's likeness is on another level good, 100%. Mike says he can't wait. Looks amazing. Yeah. Yep, I got this one from Underground. What's up, Ethan? Thanks so much for being here, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Bully McGuire is my grail. Let's go, dude. Oh, let's go. Toby's the go to me. So Ryan says I love the base for this one as well. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get to the photos of the base here too, but I really like the base for this figure as well. Safe says completely agree with that Sabine take. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. What's up, Luis? Thank you so much for being here. He says love the white lightsaber color. Her lightsabers are very cool. 100%. But thanks for being here. We got Fan Collection Obsession in the house. Long-time channel member. Thank you so much for being here. I'm late. Hi, all. Hello to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Sable says, hello, Steve, proving the Hot Toys poor quality glue is true. Yeah. So you got to be careful with it. Like it seemed like it was almost going to snap. Like you just have to be really careful. But I literally just grabbed it and I just like started peeling it back and pulling on it, and eventually it just like broke free and I pulled it right off. And then you can put it right back on, so it doesn't damage anything. It just separates the glue. It's pretty easy. But this is a good point. Anyone getting this Ahsoka, beware of the arms. I've seen videos of them breaking like on the first one. Man, when I saw that these elbows only go to 70 degrees, oh, I was bummed, man. I thought they would actually make it. It's like they're like, oh, we're gonna make them what? They're aluminum now, I think. The joints, so they're gonna be stronger, but you can't bend them that far because it's like a reinforced joint. So it only goes to 70 degrees, and yeah, you can do the same thing. You can snap them right off. Valkyrie's out of here. Good night, guys. Sorry I have to head out, but we'll catch the rest of the show later. Thank you, bro, for catching the replay if you do. Also, I love the new profile picture, man, or the new like YouTube logo. But thank you, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and I hope you enjoy catching the replay. We got Beskar Kid in the house. What's up, bro? He says Ahsoka in hand is heart eye emoji. Who's ready for American Captain Rex? I'm excited, dude. I'm guessing those are coming soon. Like we got to be getting really close on the rest of this line, right? And I'm wondering, like, are we gonna get a Are we going to get like a Huyang? Are we going to get any other figures from this show from season 1? I don't know. We'll see. There's a nice shot of this base. I really love this base with like this piece in the back too that attaches to it. I just think that's awesome. I love how they did like the logo lettering font for the show as well. Like this lettering on here. Really looks good. This is really cool too. Oh, Balin's such a great figure. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get this face to work on the other one. We'll see. Dude, Hu Yang Wen. Yes, please. Yeah, the base is cool, no doubt. Oh, man, I really hope I can get that to work. But her outfit is just so badass, man. I love just like how her stuff looks. And it's crazy how everything worked out with Ahsoka as a character, like getting Rosario Dawson to portray the character, because she looks a lot like she's like the perfect representation of the live action version of the character, right? This looks damn good right here. Beskar Kid, bend the arms of mine to 90 with no problem. Do at your own risk though. Yeah, I was similar to like the first one that came out. Everyone was like, do not bend the arms. And the first thing I did was like, I'm curious. I started kind of messing with them and started bending them. But yeah, you just got to be really careful. Like you just don't want to snap it, right? Just gotta be careful. It can be done. Yeah, I mean, this is just clean. Like you can do a easy museum pose with this figure if you want. This is dope right here. The only issue with this is like the saber's going out like this takes up like a lot of space. This saber is pretty long. If it's the exact same one as the first one that came out, but this is clean, man. I would even do like one with like them kind of going out the back where you can still see the base and like her stepping like this with them down to the sides. Like this is clean. I love this look with like the robe, or like the kind of like the, yeah, like I guess like her robe or like this kind of scarf going out to the side like this. I think that is just so clean, man. What's up, Tristan? Long time fan of the channel. I will be here waiting for what I have been waiting for since the beginning. Shin Hati. I love it, dude. I love how you enter the chat and we're talking about Ahsoka and bring up Shin. Thank you for being here, bro. I hope you're doing well, man. Ahsoka pre-order. What's up, Moose? Says fan of the channel. He says hello, community of collectors. Oh dang, didn't know you were starting early, Steve. Yes, I decided to start at 7 p.m. Central. We will see if I continue. Starting a little earlier. Damn, I can't wait to get this figure. Big Dog Pound says if Ahsoka passes the Beskar Kid strength test, the figure is good. There you go. I mean, this sculpt is so cool. And she's just such a like, this is what I just have been loving about the Ahsoka line, right? Because we get so much variation in characters, so many different, like, there's just so many different outfits, so many different colors, different, like, you know, different human species, kind of like humanoid characters. We get Chopper. We just get so much variation, and it's just going to be such a cool display case when it's all said and done. I can't wait. I know I've said this so many times, but I really can't wait to get all of this all this Ahsoka stuff set up. Hammer for God says, gotta go, fam is waiting to watch The Last of Us Season 2. Catch you on the replay. I appreciate it, man. Hope you enjoy. I'm going to try to watch after, I think. After the show. We'll see. But yes, enjoy. I'm excited for The Last of Us Season 2, no doubt. Yeah, this is clean too right here. This looks so good with the map in the background. This is dope. This is kind of what I meant, like the first one, having the sabers like kind of down and back. But damn, dude, come on. So good. I'm really glad. I'm really happy that this sculpt hit for sure. AG says, I'm out for the night. Have a fantastic one, friends. Sunday scares have been held at bay so far. Nice, dude. Well, thank you, AJ. Appreciate it, man. We'll see you in the Facebook chat, and I hope you have a great night, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Yes. Love it. I'm loving this, man. Can't wait to get it in hand. We'll see how long it's going to be. Because like I said, I'm still waiting on, like, it's crazy. Like, Maul with the speeder, still don't have it. And And I had this really awesome pose of Maul jumping off the speeder that I sold when the other one got announced. So I've been patiently waiting to get another Maul back in the collection. They really put up a lot of figures with this. That's cool too, this one. Did I get through them? Yep, got through them all. Ahsoka coming home, pre-order from Underground. Can't wait to get it, man. Can't wait to get this figure. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's talk about Anakin. Let's talk about Darth Vader, Sith Apprentice. So we all knew this was coming, right? And it's funny because like 2 weeks ago was the last time that I did a show, and I did the show that I did was Artisan Anakin is released. Right after that figure gets released, this one gets announced. I am kind of surprised that this one, well, I don't know. I don't know if I am surprised. Am I surprised that this one is a Star Wars Celebration exclusive? I don't know, because it would have been an Artisan exclusive anyways. So I don't really know if it matters that it's a really good hype figure for a celebration, right? So I can see why they did it. Like, dang, they're bringing out a banger for Star Wars Celebration. So it makes sense, but 2,500 limited. And what is it? 1,500 Japan? Or no. Yeah, 1,500 units in Japan. And then Hot Toys exclusive limited to 1,000. So this thing is going to just be insane to try to get. It's going to be hard to get this one. Tristan, we still don't have Enoch from this line. Yeah, the Ahsoka line. I'm still waiting on my Enoch too. Yep. Ryan says, if I don't get this, I'm going to be sick. This is evil what Hot Toys has done with this. Safe says, yeah, still waiting on Maul. No, he's such a great figure. Fingers crossed it comes soon. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. We got Yomo in the house. What's up, Yomo? He says, yo. What's up, dude? Thanks so much for being here, man. Hope everything's going well with you. Always good to see you in the chat. Matt, this pre-order will be a bloodbath. Facts, dude. So, am I surprised? Not too surprised that this happened. Also, it makes you wonder, because this would have probably been in the works at the same time as the other Anakin, the Artisan Anakin, because this is an instant release at Celebration. Like, this is going to be there, readily available to purchase this coming weekend. So like, this is gonna be released. My guess is they're gonna put bloggers up for this week at some point in time. So it's ready. Like, it's ready to go. And yeah, Moose says it's not 1,000 for Sideshow, it's 1,000 for the rest of the world. Yeah, so Sideshow, who knows how many they're getting. What's up, Al Walker? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Stacy says, I'm so happy that I have no desire to collect rooted hair figures. I just prefer sculpted. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. We got fan channel Neilorific. What's up, Neil? He says, good evening, Stephen, fellow collectors. I can't wait for the pre-order for this to see what the price is. Yeah, it's going to be more expensive than the other one. Christian says, see, if you could only pick one, would you pick the original Artisan Anakin or this one? I prefer, you're going right into my next point. I like the original Artisan Anakin actually more than this one. I think this version of the character this is a pretty, obviously it's so iconic for so many people. But it's a smaller part of Anakin as a character than what the Artisan Anakin represents. Like, that is a really big part of like that version of Anakin before he turns into Darth Vader. I prefer like that original version, right? Because we don't really get these eyes for a very long period of time. And the hype is there because he's Anakin Skywalker. And I know it's a lot of people's favorite figures, But yeah, I prefer the original. I prefer like the normal looking Anakin. Yomo live or die. Yep. What's up, Ben? Ben Thomas Show in the house. What's up, dude? He says, hey everyone. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Howard says, not worried about concept art, Annie. We'll get Revenge of the Sith version this year. Yeah, this is like an interesting thing because like they're calling this Darth Vader Sith Apprentice, which makes sense because this is when he has already become Darth Vader, right? Technically. I still like take a look kind of like this is the pattern that I think is like that at least I am I'm kind of curious about is they now have Artisan Anakin out. This one's going to be out this week. And then Revenge of the Sith 20th is right around the corner. And I just don't see how Hot Toys could I shouldn't say I don't see how they can do this because they didn't give us Padawan Obi-Wan for the Phantom Menace anniversary, but you would be crazy to not put out another Anakin for Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. Like that just seems like it would be so crazy. So I still think there's no way also they're going to take Artisan Anakin sculpt and this dark side sculpt and just be done with this. Like I still think Revenge of the Sith 20th, we're going to get a sculpted version of at least one. And I would not be surprised if we get sculpted of both of these. I can see them doing this exact figure sculpted. Think about it from a marketing and like a business perspective. You build hype, you sell out both of the artisan versions. So many more people want them. And then the floodgates open and you release both or announce both rather. Another thing is too, they could announce them both and they could be like ready this year. They could say, oh, we have these ready to go. All they have to do is put sculpted hair on it. Otherwise it's going to be the same pretty much, right? So I don't see Hot Toys missing that opportunity. I really don't. What's up, Renz? Fan of the channel. What's up, bro? He says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. And Neil says, I like the original Artisan Anakin because I have one booked. I can't wait to get mine. I forgot about this. What Safel's bringing up. Hold on, I'm waiting for the comment to pop. But yeah, we got to be getting the sculpted version of Anakin. Remember the pic of JC Hong messing about with the sculpted Anakin head? I forgot about that. It's funny. That is funny, man. Best Kid says this is going in my Ahsoka display. You lack conviction, dude. And I think like this honestly reminds me more of like the Ahsoka version just from the eyes. Like these eyes are definitely a different. These eyes are more so the color of like the Ahsoka eyes from the flashback episode. So this is like that's a really good point. Because I might do the same thing if I end up getting this figure. Like I would get this and put him into my Ahsoka case and then potentially consider getting a sculpted one and also just putting that in Revenge of the Sith. That is one I would maybe consider double dipping on. Agreed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ryan says a lot of this low limit stuff is so Hot Toys can't mass produce artisan figures at a higher level. I think it's just tougher for them to do, Oh, we got Mike Pause Litters in the house. A super fan. Hello, fandoms. Hello to you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in here, man, as always. Yomo says, personally, I like the regular version of Anakin better. This looks really cool, but for Vader representation, I would rather have the suited Vader than this. Yeah, it's just not a huge part of the character with him having these eyes. So, but I do like I still like this. This is something that I would still want to get, right? Because it is like iconic in its own way. It's just not the presence of it throughout the film just isn't as much as the other version. That's why I say if I could only pick one, yeah, it'd be this version. It's kind of like when you get a character all throughout a movie that goes the whole, like their character is wearing this certain thing, and then you get to the end and they're in something new. Yeah, it's just like I would probably I would probably, I forget what I was going to say. I forget. Literally just lost my thought. So I was reading this. It's definitely meant to be from Ahsoka. The red eyes, red saber, calling him Darth Vader, and it doesn't say it's Revenge of the Sith. Interestingly enough, like they put this out. This does include a blue saber, but I don't think the blue one is USB powered. And also it's weird because I thought this too. I think on the Hong Kong website, like on the actual Hot Toys Hong Kong, it actually says that this is from Revenge of the Sith, but it's nowhere in the, it's nowhere in like the description. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's like, unless maybe it's off their website now too. Yeah, which by the way, they when they did put this up originally, they did say it was Revenge of the Sith, then they deleted it. Why would they delete that? Revenge of the Sith incoming. Yeah, so so I can see, I see what you're saying. I thought the same thing when I saw this. I'm like, why is this like, I'm getting conflicting information about this. So there's, like I said, there's just no way in hell this is the last time you see this Anakin. It's not going to happen. This Anakin Skywalker, like it's not going to happen. We got fan My Father Django in the house. What's up, bro? He says, hey, Steven chat, finally got my Snow Trooper. What a figure. Empire Strikes Back Snow Trooper. So awesome, dude. Congratulations. And thank you for being here. The base, cool, but I don't know if I like necessarily would attach this onto there or that I need it. This is a big piece. I don't know if I absolutely like need to have that on there. It's cool though. Like the figure itself is cool, man. The sculpt is definitely different. It almost like, I don't want to say it looks like he has an underbite, but you can definitely like, this is a different look than the other one. Than the original Artisan. And like I said, I prefer that version, but that doesn't mean I don't want this. Like this one is going to be absolutely bonkers to try to get. And also I could see myself being like, if I miss out on this, I don't necessarily know that I need both versions of Anakin. Like if this was Obi-Wan, it'd be different, right? Like I'm going to want to get them all, but for Anakin, I don't know if I need necessarily regular Anakin and Darkseid to be Artisan for me. Like I'd be good with having like the one that I said, like I like the most, that regular Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, and then getting like a sculpted Darkseid, like this same one. I feel like I would be fine with that. But we'll see. I'm going to still try to get it because I do like rooted hair figures. So you get the box sleeve basically for Japan. Otherwise you get all the same accessories. And it's really weird. They don't have the blue lightsaber in this thing. And again, I wonder why. Like, it's just very interesting why you wouldn't include that. The other thing that I wonder, like, this is going to be, I don't know. I just feel like we're going to get sculpted shortly after. I really just think that's going to happen. I think that's what we're going to get. Anything else about this, guys? Anybody else have any thoughts or comments about this one? Going back to this comment from Nick about Ahsoka. Yeah, I think they like, I don't know if they reference the Ahsoka pictures for this or what. It seems like probably. But yeah, it's interesting. What's up, Justin? Thank you so much for being here. I want sculpted for Darkseid Anakin so I can display with the hood up like my 2018 one. Rooted would be a waste using the hood. Great point. I really love having the hood up on my Darkseid too, because that's when you really like see the eyes, right? So I would agree on that for sure. Unless you go with that, like you want this for the Ahsoka look. You know what I mean? Mike says, yeah, I thought I heard from somebody in another chat. Yeah, he comes with a blue saber. Yeah, it's in the description of the figure. Like on Hot Toys website. Ryan says, I hope we don't have to wait a whole year to get the sculpted version in hand. I don't see why they would wait that long. Like I could see that being a really quick turnaround for sculpted if they end up announcing it. Because like this figure is what it is. They're not going to change it much. I wouldn't be surprised if the sculpted is the exact same thing as this. Staples, fingers crossed as Anakin doesn't go bald too. I agree. I hope that doesn't happen. Darth Maximus and Norjaw. Maybe we're thinking about Dark Side Anakin wrong. Maybe it's not intended to be either Ahsoka Revenge of the Sith, but something entirely separate, special for this event, like a concept or something. I agree that that's a potential. I think that that is definitely a possibility that we could get like Anakin Skywalker, Dark Side. Then again, like he is technically Darth Vader, so maybe they were just like, oh, this is actually who he is. But even like that point aside, maybe it's also going to be really interesting to see what they do with Anakin. What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. I guess I'm just forgetting everything I'm going to say tonight, guys. It's just so, oh, I know. I remember what I was going to say. So going back to Artisan, like, what are they going to do with Artisan? Is it always going to just be a limited thing? Are we just going to start getting more and more Artisan stuff, or like, what's going to happen with that? You know what I mean? Is Artisan always just going to stay this limited stuff? But I do think like could be onto something about this being potentially just like an exclusive version that they're doing. And then, yeah, we're going to get officially another sculpted and potentially another rooted version too, you know? This would be really cool, Ryan. I want Obi-Wan versus Vader on lava base deluxe set. Yeah, that would be really cool with like connecting bases. It would be really awesome if Hot Toys started doing like some dynamic base stuff. Ash says, just give me more Deadpools. What's up, Striker 47? Thank you for being here. Evening. This is definitely going to be a crazy piece to get, and hopefully they'll have Anakin sculpted hair for May the 4th. I wonder if May the 4th is when we're going to see the 20th anniversary figures, but at the same time, like, we are getting very close to the 20th anniversary. So, yeah, I also, like, I don't know. I don't have a ton of faith that May the 4th is going to really bring a ton of new figures from the past. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, 65 y'all in here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all tuning into the show, and appreciate the conversation from all you guys in the chat, as always, keeping the show running. So I'm going to try for this, guys. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a bloodbath. Literally going to be a bloodbath. I want to talk about Cassian and K2, but before I do that, let's talk about Black Suit Tobey from Spider-Man 3. Let me get to this comment first. Dark Malik missing the jaw. If Hot Toys uses leather for the tunic for the sculpted version, people that bought the Artisan will lose their minds. Yeah, that would that could happen. But okay, let's talk about this. And huge shout out to Nick's Collectibles and Riley Reviews for the fixed Black Suit Tobey. I feel like Hot Toys definitely took some of that feedback into account here. And I had hope that this thing was going to get some type of upgrade. And did they get there? Did they update it enough? The Venom head, that was a long shot to get updated, I feel like. So that I can see why that didn't really get updated. That's a piece that I would not be putting on this figure anyways. The body, definitely some changes to the body, right? Let me get to a different picture. So different body. And when I first was looking through these pictures, when I was looking at the, like the shading, the muscle shading, that was like, I feel like that's a pretty big dub right there. And I remember reading comments about people saying like, that was not anything that they really needed to do. And like, it didn't matter. Like, no, this adds a lot to this figure, adding in the shading. Like you can actually see the way more detail rather than this just being just a flat color, right? definitely more accurate. This mask, still not great. If you are not like real picky, fine, but I am getting like, well, I already am a really picky collector when it comes to Spider-Man figures because everyone that I get just ends up being damaged. But this mask, like, they made the eyes essentially bigger. It's got this huge seam in the top of the head. Let me see if I can find like a better picture. I forget if there is one in here. Sorry, I know I'm going fast again. You can kind of see it better there, but just not great. Not great. But I think overall, when it comes to when it comes to like the updates that they made versus the other one, this looks considerably better overall than the other one. Yeah, Nick says the muscle shading adds so much. People kept fighting me that it wasn't necessary. This is the type of stuff that I like to see. Like, the muscle shading is a big deal. That adds a lot of detail. When you're paying this much for a figure, I always say, like, you can get it the best it can be. Great. Head sculpt, it didn't really change too much. Is it a great head sculpt? It's okay. I don't know what am I gonna do a Bully Maguire? Maybe. There's already a couple, custom people who are putting body sets up for pre-order, so it should be relatively easy to get a Bully Maguire body. So I might do that, depending on I don't know if I'm gonna get this figure. I don't know. I'm gonna pull this up too because Nick shared this photo with me. Where Riley Lowe is going to be doing a custom black suit. This, and it says the lens is definitely not the final. Photo shown as a test painted piece. This is a test piece, but Riley Lowe's stuff is expensive, but you're going to get a dope Nick, holy. Yeah, this is just a test piece. Like, he's doing insane work, man. Like, and I basically got to a point with Spider-Man where I'm like, I'm not really going to collect Spider-Man figures anymore. The only ones that I'm going to get are basically from the Tobey movies. And am I going to get this? I don't know. And are we going to get another black suit Spider-Man figure? If we do, it's not going to be for a really long time now that this one came out. And I don't know. I'm kind of going the custom route for, like, I'm waiting on this Green Goblin to come out from him. The clean and battle damage Goblin. And then the battle damage Tobey custom that he did, which is insane, with like the torn up mask with the rooted hair and the blood all over it. It is so good. And then another clean Tobey No Way Home from a modded suit. So I'm kind of getting into like modded Tobey figures and customs for Tobey, because those are ones I want. And really, this is the best way. You have to mod them to make them the best. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this one. But I want to show this because Riley Lowe does some amazing stuff, and I can't wait to get some of the figures that he's done in hand for Spidey. But I'm kind of like, if I'm collecting Spidey, I'm collecting Tobey stuff. Mike says, oh, he prefers this Venom head versus Spider-Man 3 Venom head. It's just, I can't put me personally, I can't put a piece on that's not accurate. That's just how I am. But I get it. Justin says, yeah, the mask isn't great, but the Tobey sculpted is too good not to use, in my opinion. That's fair. Yeah, if I got it, I would probably put it on Bully Maguire. What's up, Eric Hankey, fanatic of the channel? Thank you so much for being here, man. It says hello, everyone. Hello to you. Boba Fettuccine, what's up with that seam? Looks like a coin slot for a Spidey bank. Yeah, it's like this one's gonna need a custom mask. Nick says another one ain't coming for at least a decade. For real. Black suit for Secret Wars. I mean, I just wonder like what it's probably just going to be like it's just not, I don't know if they're ever going to be able to do Spider-Man figures to my liking is all. I think that's the main thing. The one that was the best in my mind was Advanced Suit 2.0, but I'm not really collecting Spider-Man figures like that anymore because I wanted Spider-Man, Miles, and Venom, or Peter, Miles, and Venom rather. And I couldn't do it because these figures deserve to be dynamically posed for a lot of them. And I just can't bring myself to do it. So, Nick says it's no coincidence that Tobey's basically the most modified figure out there. He's consistently mediocre. Yeah, it's too bad, man. It really is. But for what this is, it's cool. I don't know, man. The Riley Lowe one, I may keep my eye out for it. Because that will be an insanely good custom. And then I feel like my Tobey stuff would be complete and I don't have to get another Tobey figure. Might be good. Matt says Holland Black Suit incoming for Spider-Man 4 and or Secret Wars. Yeah, it's going to happen at some point, but Tobey's my goat though, man. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Am I going to get this now? I don't know. I feel like I'd want it modified. Yeah, that, whoops. Oh. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that just went blue. It's like I highlighted it. Yeah, this thing right here is just, yeah. Why don't they just do it in the back? You know what I mean? Another thing is like that they do really well with the VGM Spider-Man figures. They do like the sculpted helmet and usually, or the sculpted mask. And usually those look actually pretty good. And you don't have to worry about this type of stuff on there. So, and then like, yeah, it's hard when you do like a kind of fabric style suit to get it to match. I think that's the other thing, but. Well done, guys. Fixed Black Suit Tobey was for what it was. If this thing I think would have likely released the way that it was had no feedback been given the way that it was. So like I said, shout out to Nick and Riley for really pushing for that. And you 100% like had an effect on that happening. But they just still didn't get it fully right. But it is much better than where it was at. And I think there's varying levels to this of a lot of people I think will be just like happy enough with this, just like they are with some of the other Spider-Man figures. You know what I mean? I just personally like am just more picky about it. That's just how I am with Spider-Man figures. And, yeah, it's just, it's tough for me to get past some of the stuff. I'm not saying it's bad. And like I said, if you like it, great. But when I got that like No Way Home Tobey figure, I was like, man, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Nick says we somewhat saved it. I'm still going custom, but now my custom will have muscle shading. That's true. They don't have to add it in. Matt says I like my PS5 symbiote suit just fine though. That one is really cool. I had that figure too, but ended up selling it. Ended up selling it. Okay. Let's talk about these guys. Let's talk about K2 first. This is interesting because I was asleep when this was announced, and I think K2 came first. Let me skip some pictures here. K2 I think was announced first, right? And then Andor after. And then it looks like Andor is in the background. It almost looks like Artisan hair in the background too, a little bit. Like, But and then we get K2, and then it's like Andor is shown obviously in these photos. So then it's like, okay, Andor is going to happen. Then they got announced shortly after. So, okay, K2. My K2 is my favorite droid for real. Like, I just love K2. I cannot wait to see him in Andor and to see like all of the K2 commentary for me hit in Rogue One. Like, I just absolutely loved all of it. Every time he spoke, I just loved it. And I was devastated when K2 perished, man. So sad. And it's crazy. If you can do that for a droid, a non-human, to make me feel that way about it, dang, yeah, well done. But K2, just absolutely love K2. I think like him being like an Imperial droid too, that kind of like defected basically, is just such a cool thing. But couple different things here. Let me just, I'm going to go to this. I'm just going to go to this. This is one of the things Darth Malik's missing lower jaw is the paint and scuffs on this new K2SO the same as the original, or different scratches. I was kind of comparing photos. It looks relatively the same. I mean, I'm guessing you're going to get a little bit of differentiation between some of it. But yeah, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, guys. I am sorry. I am sorry. If you haven't seen Rogue One, shame on you. It's the paint and the scuffs. So from what I'm looking at, and I kind of had to look at this like a few different times to see what truly was different from the other one. I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'm pretty sure the figure itself is the same figure. The only difference is you're getting this LED light up function powered by USB, which is nice. Also, something that I never really messed with on my original K2SO is his rolling eyes. They both have that. So it's pretty much like the same thing when it comes to the figure itself. The base. You're getting a same type of base, and this one has what looks like a... Let me see if I can find a picture of it. This one has like it doesn't show it here. This is just the base. It doesn't show it in any of the photos, but you get this kind of like this cover that goes over top. This one is different than the Rogue One version. So like this one is just a different different artwork thing. This rifle, new. So you get this rifle with the Andor version. This blaster right here, this pistol blaster, is included with the Rogue One version. You don't get the grenade with this one, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure those are really the only differences. So USB light up, a new rifle, no grenade, and then a different base cover. Otherwise, I think it's the exact same. If I'm missing anything else, somebody can let me know. But this is an awesome figure, man. Like, if you don't have the original K2, I am so happy that you now get to pick up K2, because I know a lot of people kind of settled for getting a KX Enforcer droid to kind of stand in place of K2, but now you truly get K2. And I really like, I had both the K2 and KX Enforcer droid. I ended up actually selling my KX Enforcer droid just because I couldn't really place him anywhere at the time. I didn't really feel like I needed it. But now you can get a K2. I like the paint and how K2 actually looks versus a KX Enforcer droid too. How much is this? Says Safeful. I think, wasn't he what, 265 or 270? Yeah, 265. And then what? I think Andor's 280, right? So 265. And yes, Matt says diecast legs. Yes, he's got diecast parts, which he's a sturdy figure. Like, he's really cool. He's like one of my favorite figures, to be honest. I just really, really like it. Now, with all that being said, am I going to get this? I don't know. I don't know if like the rifle's really cool. I do like that, but I don't know if I necessarily need the USB, because you can just put in a dummy battery now. So I don't know how much it's going to be different, unless truly, like Boba says, I think the eyes are brighter too. I don't know. I don't know if they really are versus the other one. Maybe that'll be a comparison that comes out, but I love K2. Will I get another one? Maybe. We'll see. I say that, and I'm trying to be better about what figures that I get. But this is K2, man. Like, I really love this droid, and like, I could see myself getting a double of K2, and like having one on my desk or something. We'll see. But it's hard because there's a lot of stuff coming out. I have a new vision for this year of how I'm collecting stuff. So, we'll see. Brian says K2 made you feel like you were in Star Wars instantly. He's such a great character, man. Mike, am I going to get this sneaker? The answer is always yes. No, the answer is not always yes. I can't do it. Oh, this is interesting. The arm joints on the K2 got weak over time. Hope they address that. I didn't notice that. I don't think I had an issue with mine, but that is a problem if that is the case. Creeper says it would be amazing if they made a white KX droid from the Jedi Survivor game. Dude, give us a damn Cal Kestis. But I love, like, yeah, it'd be cool to get other Jedi Survivor figures for sure. I would absolutely love that. Yes, that would be very cool. We got to get a Cal Kestis this year. That's what I'm going to do. Every Hot Toys post from now on, just like Fix Black Suit Tobey, I'm going to make a Cal Kestis hashtag because we need it. And I'm going to start posting a GIF and a Cal Kestis hashtag every single time now. Who's with me? Eric says need more clone troopers and Jedi Sith. Do we always need more of that? Always. This rifle's cool, man. I like this. So there you have it. That's pretty much it for K2. Okay, I don't really feel like I need to spend too much time because you kind of know what you're getting here. Yeah, I was talking to some people like, what's really different? Such a cool droid, man. Give me Cal Kestis. Let's pop up to Andor here. So interestingly enough, they could have easily branded K2 like they could have branded him Rogue One. Oh, one last thing I want to say about this. So with him being actually branded Andor, I'm hoping that means we're going to get some Andor branded figures. Because that means that I don't know how the license, I guess, works for Star Wars like that. If it's like if Star Wars, they just have everything when you fall into the Star Wars umbrella, that's my guess. But like, hopefully with them making Andor stuff, we're going to end up getting, some other Andor figures. Cause this is really interesting. Bring home the stunning K2SO figure and join him alongside Cassian and Andor as they gear up for thrilling missions in the galaxy. Well, the Andor figure, and thankfully I'm so glad that they did this, that they branded Cassian Rogue One, which I feel like is just such a smart move. I really wish he would have ended up coming with his, with like the blue jacket, like the blue coat that he had on when they were like on Jedha and stuff too. I think that would have been such a cool addition that if they would have done that, but at least they gave him like what they did. Yeah, do I think that license has to be per movie because the production of each movie is treated as its own business entity? Yeah. And I think too, like, it's not really, I'm guessing for Hot Toys to get the license to a Star Wars product because they have it for other things is probably relatively easy for them. I am so glad we are finally getting this figure, man. This is so long overdue. And if you've heard me talk about Rogue One in the past, you guys know that I love the Rogue One line. Some of the figures are a little bit dated at this point, but at the same time, like, I will happily add in more Rogue One figures. I just love that line. I love the troopers. So many different trooper designs. Some of the best troopers came from that movie. The Death Trooper being one of my absolute favorites. But this looks really good, man. I'm really happy with how this turned out. They got him looking right, no doubt. And it is about time. I'm so glad they are finally putting some respect on Andor the show too, which is one of just like, Andor is such a good show. And so many people passed on it because there was a lot of rumblings about what Andor the show was. And I think people just missed out. It's just some of the best Star Wars content. So go check out Andor if you haven't watched it. It's really good. And I think one of the issues with that show that a lot of people had were like, well, the show is slow. Like, it doesn't start off like, I forget how many episodes it is. It's over 10. But they build the story so well throughout it. Like they actually give you world building and character building. And yeah, not every episode is like fast paced action all the time. And I feel like people really want that instant satisfaction of like, if it doesn't grab your attention in the first half of the first episode, you're not going to watch the show. And like, I will always just watch a Star Wars thing all the way through, no matter what. But Andor, I think, kind of fell into that trap of people kind of like, oh, it starts off slow, or like people, oh, I watched a couple episodes, it was boring. Well, like once you hit that kind of third episode is when it picks up, and then it just has really good world building and story building. And it's a really good show. Eric says, I think Hot Toys will go all in with Andor. I expect another Andor Hot Toys figure. Also, there was potentially, I wonder if, like, are we gonna see a Jedi in season 2? And like, I remember reading some kind of theories and just some different things about potentially Cal Kestis popping up at some point. Like, you have Cameron Monaghan, you got to use this guy and make him a live action Cal Kestis. Like, it's got to happen at some point. He's an actual actor. You got to do it. Brad says he's been missing from my collection. Oh, Moose, you got a male and child for free? Dang. Save says not to jump the gun, but supposedly that Jyn tease might be new. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, very good sculpt. I agree. This is really nice, man. This is great. Darth Maul's missing the jaw. Andor is dope. I hope we get a Cassian in the TIE Avenger pilot outfit, Black Series, and make him one. That would be cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they reuse this sculpt and do another figure. Andor will actually come out in the Rogue One 10th anniversary year, but by coincidence, not by plan. Or by coincidence, not by plan. Or it could be their plan. Best Kid says we'll need a custom 1/6 Narkina 5 imp prison suit made for one of my Cassian figures. That would be really cool, man. Narkina 5, those episodes are just like, I don't know. It's so, you want to learn about just like how brutal the Empire was, and you haven't watched Andor and seen like those scenes with the prison, like you are just missing out on some quality stuff. Like, doesn't it, I don't like an Imperial prison. That sounds like something like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you want to see what that's about, right? And it's just that arc is an amazing arc, and freaking Andy Serkis killed it in that role. What in the hell? How did I just get muted? I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me go back to some comments. What'd you guys last hear? Must have been when I coughed and I forgot to unmute myself. Okay, sorry. Hold on. Let me go back. Did you guys hear me talk about this? The prison? Did you guys hear what I said about this Narkina 5? I don't know how far back I need to go. You guys hear me say this? Yeah, the build-up for Andor was very well worth it in the end. Got goosebumps. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy. I don't know when you're muted. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I am so sorry about that. Oh. Okay. Where am I at here? Okay, let's talk about this Jyn. So, I don't know, man. I am torn whether or not this is new. If you look really close, and I can't zoom in far enough, but this is digital. There is digital rendering going on with her face. If you like actually zoom in or look really closely, the back half of her hair isn't fully like rendered in the picture. Like it's kind of fuzzy back in here. So it's like not really like they did a lot of digital work to Jyn's head sculpt. I think this is the same. I'm torn. Like, I think this might be the same Jyn, and they just kind of like made her look different with digital effects. Does this mean we're going to get another Jyn? I don't know. I don't know. I could see them maybe doing another Jyn and just 2.0ing it, giving her updated sculpt with rolling eyes. And it'll be interesting. Like, will she pop up at all at any point in Andor? I don't know. Maybe. But this looks very similar to the OG. And the fact that you kind of have to say like, oh, is it really a new one? I think that kind of speaks for it too. But I don't know if this is, I don't know. The original Jyn 2 is I think a great figure, and the Jyn in disguise. And this one actually has like that little bit of side eye, so it even could be that sculpt. But either way, if a new Jyn were to come out with rolling eyes, what I would do is probably take my other Jyn and put on like the Edu outfit, because the deluxe comes with like her outfit from that other planet. So I would probably just do that and add a second Jyn into the collection. Well, third, because I have the disguise. The disguise Jyn is such an underrated figure, man. So underrated. But man, you get to have Cassian next to K2 now. Let's go, man. It's about damn time. Rolling eyes are so great too. Boba Fettuccine says, is Andor season 2 supposed to be the last season, or is there talk of a third season? The show was supposed to be multiple seasons, but they cut it down to 2. And the way that it's going to work is every Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, right? I think that's when Andor drops, the 22nd. Every week it drops, they're going to do 3 episodes, and it's 12 episodes total. The first season of Andor was a 1-year time period. This one is a 4-year time period. So every 3 episodes that you watch, there's going to be a 1-year time jump. So it's going to be first 3 episodes, jump a year, second 3 episodes, jump a year, so on and so forth. Till you get right into Rogue One. The last few episodes, the last 3 episodes go literally into Rogue One. So this is going to go literally like, it's basically like we're getting a Rogue One prequel, so to speak. And like the Rise of the Rebellion leading right up into that movie. Also, there's been some rumors about the run times of Andor, and like literally every week they're dropping 3 episodes, and it is like watching a full-on Star Wars movie each week. It's like each episode is in like I think like high 40s and 50s for minutes, like high 40s to mid 50s or something like that. So it's going to be like, you're going to be watching you're going to be almost watching a full movie, basically. I guess after credits and stuff like that, like it's going to be over an hour and a half, basically, of time for sure. Actually, you're going to be like you're going to be over 2 hours, like each week. Hopefully if it actually holds true. Yes, no doubt, Boba Fettuccine. Happy to help, but you can tell I'm hyped for it, man. I can't wait. And it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna definitely be staying up on Tuesday. I am gonna have my popcorn ready, watch those first 3 episodes, and I can't wait for it. It's gonna be very hype. But Cassian, so happy to get this figure finally. I think he looks great. I'm happy with this look. Like I said, I really wish they would have included that blue jacket from Jeddah, but that is okay, or the blue coat. But overall, long overdue figure. We really need a Baze Malbus next, please. You can't have Chirrut without Baze. Well, you can, but like, you got to get the Guardians of the Wills, man. You got to get them both together. Baze Malbus is like, you have to bring that figure out of the graveyard. That would be that'd be awesome. So we'll see. But this is coming home, no doubt. 100%. I wonder if they'll do like a version of him from the show as well. Yeah, Boba says, I have a feeling they're going to do at least one more version of Cassian. I think it's possible. I think it is possible. Is that everything? I think it is. Where's Saw? That's a great question. Great question. Let me look here because I need to go into... Moose says, is it possible Sideshow posts this new Darth Vader Sith Apprentice in the wee early hours of the morning? I don't think they would do that. I think it's going to be I think all these ones are going to post as, they're going to be announced at Celebration, and then we'll get the, like the time, because they still don't even have like a date for the other ones, like the Maul or the Stormtrooper. But it'll happen at some point. I need to look at something here real quick. Hold on. I need to find, because I want to, real quick, I don't want to talk too much about it because this has literally been like the talk of everything. I want to talk about what Sideshow. Here we go. Yay. Because I got some questions from people about this. You guys might not be able to read this very good, but I'll share the, oh, whoopsie. I'll share this here. Let's talk about the tariffs real quick, because this is obviously a topic of conversation. I don't really want to get into any type of politics stuff. I just want to talk about how this is going to affect collecting, because obviously there's ramifications for this. How long is it going to last? We don't know. But let me pull this up here. So see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. So Sideshow sent this thing saying like their commitment to you as a buyer, information on how tariffs are going to affect things, right? So they have decided to put on a tariff impact fee that is only going to be added on to products. And I think this is really important. It's only going to be added to products that ship from the factory during the tariff period. So if right now something were to ship and they have to have a tariff on it, there's going to be a tariff impact fee. This, I'm going to call it a TIF. It's tariff impact fee. The TIF is going to be 6%. Based on current conditions, we anticipate this fee to be 6%. So that's not saying it's a set in stone thing either. This is also one thing. It's important to note this doesn't affect the vast majority of items on their website. This is another, I mean, it's all really important, but I'm highlighting kind of the main things. If your order is affected, they're going to tell you in advance, hey, you have this order, you're going to have a tariff impact fee. My guess is they're going to say, this is the fee, 6%, or they're just going to lay it out for you. Hey, this is the total cost of the item now with the tariff impact fee of 6%. So every $100 you spend, you're going to have to pay, $6 on top of that, if that makes sense. So a $300 figure, that's going to cost you 18 extra dollars. If your order is affected, we'll notify you in advance. And if you decide that you cancel because this extra cost doesn't work for you, you can get your NRD back. that is only for figures that are going to ship and have a tariff impact fee, not on any figure in particular. So some people ask me, like, should I cancel my figures? No, I would wait until you actually get notified in advance that it's going to be a problem. Okay, how it works. The TIF applies only to items that we import while tariffs are in effect. Once it's lifted, no surcharge will be applied. This is one interesting thing, though, that I think is important to remember. Products that arrive during the tariff period will continue to carry the surcharge until they sell through. So that means, say Hot Toys announce it, say a figure releases and it's not sold out, it is going to have that extra 6% surcharge on it until it sells out on their website. That will be there permanently, regardless if the tariff is taken away. So the way around this, though, is Sideshow could say, hey, we're putting this for 15 or 20% off, and then you're still going to get money off. So I guess it's not a huge deal, but I think it's still interesting that they already are eating that cost. So like they have to bump it up. So it makes sense. Collectors with orders affected will receive additional email notifications specific to their orders. There you go. They talked about permanent normal trade relations because this was a topic too that came up a lot in the groups and stuff. There's a lot of rumblings about this. It doesn't prevent the PNTR doesn't prevent any additional tariffs. Yeah, there you go. Products that arrived will retain the fee because they've already incurred those higher import costs. So, I mean, this is a pretty much like, I mean, for what Sideshow did, I would say this is a pretty good, I would say it's a pretty good move, man. Like 6% isn't horrible, but again, figures have gone up. They've already gone up. And also, Sideshow, I don't really know, like, you can't say this for certain, I guess, but they have been sneakily upping their prices on their shipping. Like their shipment pricing for some figures has gotten over $30 double boxing a figure when it used to be like in the low 20s. So they have like raised their shipping prices, and they didn't send out any type of email or say anything about, oh, our shipping prices are going up. Their double box is a lot more expensive now, which I prefer because I live in Wisconsin. It's coming all the way from California. I don't want a figure to get here. And I've had an issue in the past actually where a figure got like the box, like the actual art box was pretty badly dented because it was shipped in the shipper and it got really, really bent up. So I just don't even mess with it. I'll pay the couple dollars to make sure it's protected. But the price of shipping has gone up, and now you have this. Is this going to hold? I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if it's gonna. It's obviously, yeah, very fluid situation. We don't know what's gonna happen, but that's good on Sideshow for actually communicating it. So we'll see. Yeah, happy it was only 6% increase. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Yeah, fluid situation at the moment. MB Dyson says, I saw a chart that had 80% increase on toys in general, but obviously each retailer can decide what to do. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody is probably just, each business is going to have to deal with this in their own way of what works for them and with what their customer base is, how much money they're bringing in. Are they a really large company? Like Sideshow is a huge distributor for so many products. Like they're probably going to have the flexibility to absorb some of this. And then also like you can't say like, this is a very like a situation you have to be very cautious with too. Like you don't want to be like, we're going to upcharge you 15%. Like people would get really upset with that. You're going to lose a lot of customers. You're going to lose a lot of money. Right. So they probably had a bunch of people sit down and try to figure out what was going to be best for them. Yeah, 6% isn't bad considering they're talking about 145% tariff. This is a good question, Mike. Yeah. How long can you delay it? This is the thing. It doesn't really matter if you delay the delivery or not, because if it comes in during the tariff time, it's going to 100% have the surcharge. That's their way around this. It's not like they're going to, like if you like put it on a payment plan and it's not going to come to you for 4 months. Well, if it's shipped from the factory to them during the tariff time, it's going to have the fee. Brian says, I wonder if this has anything to do with why it's taking a while to get some of our things to ship so they could charge the 6%. Great question. I don't know. This is interesting too, Ash. Like, I buy from pop culture. I don't think it will worry me too much. I wonder if, because like what has happened too is some companies have had to split the price increase. Like I know Underground, Sideshow already upped their stuff on some of their products by 2 to 3%, and then they upcharged the distributors for that too. And Underground was, thankfully they like split the charge. Like they incur some of it and then they pass some of it on. But pop culture also gets their distribution from Sideshow, so they're going to be paying the 6% increase on all the stuff that they get in from Sideshow as well. Is it going to affect the prices on pop culture? I don't know. That's a great, I guess, like maybe it may not. Don't know. Neil Irving says it'll be interesting for the artisans. Either my Jack Sparrow or Anakin have shipped. Have they reached US shore? Will there be a fee on an already expensive figure that was supposed to have shipped? I think they're going to say, well, I think it depends maybe on if you paid it off or not already, which is a good point. Cause maybe I'm going to go in and just say like, I mean, I might just go in and pay off my Anakin like soon. Cause I wonder if it's paid off. Are they going to come and say like, oh, you need to pay a little extra? I'm not sure. It's a good question. What's up, Adam Doomade? Thank you for being here. Just bought a Stormtrooper. Shipping was $23 and $30 for a double box. Like they went crazy on the double box. And there is no way that doing a double box is $7 more. That is like a 30% upcharge for a double box, for a very incremental amount of additional space, and putting in some brown paper packing material. So I don't know. Man. Yeah, Eric says he's getting upset with the shipping costs. Eric says, yeah, most of my figures are from Underground. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it, you know? Emmy Dice says, I wonder, Amazon has a pre-order price guarantee. I wonder if that will protect from tariffs. Probably. I think that will. Like, once you pre-order on Amazon, yeah, that does not change. Yeah, but I think like keeping the tariff in place is fair. I think so too. I mean, like they're eating that cost. They're already incurring the extra expense. So, yeah, Ash, this is, oh yeah, that's nice. They do free shipping, but yeah, right in Australia. I just wonder if Australia, like them being in Australia, if they're going to pass along any like of that cost to consumers, you know? I mean, Dice says, yeah, paid off will not protect the price. A fee will be added to that final shipping payment. Maybe they will say that. Maybe they will say, we got it. This is the fee that you have to pay now that we're getting it shipped during. That is probably likely to happen. I think that's probably right. But that's it. This is a good question too from Kit. I had talked to a couple of people who said they got some stuff recently and they didn't have any issues. But I don't know. It's all evolving and we'll see what happens, and hopefully it all gets sorted out soon and we'll see. But that's that. I want to just talk about a couple of those things. We're probably going to get a drop tonight, either a release or a announcement tonight, I think. So yeah. That's all I got, guys. That is all I got. Great show. We're right on the 2-hour mark. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Oh, it felt good to be back. I would love to do a pop-up stream at some time during the week, but I don't know if I can make that happen anytime soon. We shall see. I've just had a lot of stuff going on right now, and I've really been prioritizing some things. One being my health, that I've really had to do some stuff. As you guys know, I got a couple of surgeries in the past few months, and I've really had to focus on recovering from that and doing, like, prioritizing some stuff in my health overall, and getting back into shape and stuff like that, and working out and all that good stuff. So, and on top of that, you know, family stuff and being busy with work and life stuff, you know what I mean? So I will be back next week. Actually, it might be this week. So WrestleMania is on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. I might do a show on Friday night. If I don't do it on Friday night, I might do it like Saturday or Sunday during the day. We will see, but I will let you guys know far ahead of time whether or not it's gonna be during the day on on Saturday or Sunday or Friday night. We'll see. I'm not sure. I got to figure that out, but it's not going to be Sunday night it's not going to be next Sunday. It'll be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, if that makes sense. But like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. Guys, if you haven't, please hit that like button. Would really appreciate it. We were over 50 the whole night. I really appreciate you guys. Every time I always say, coming back from a little hiatus after not streaming for a couple weeks, I always worry I don't worry, but it's like, are people gonna come back and watch? So I appreciate you all coming back, hanging out with me for the night, and I really appreciated all the comments in the chat. It's fun always hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys about everything. Yes, I see all of you guys saying thank you in the chat. Yes, you are very welcome. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't, guys, go join my Figures and Fandom Facebook group. Come hang out with us in the chat. We're always talking throughout the day in the chat and stuff like that. So come hang out, join the group. Link is in the description of the video as always. And cheers to all of you. Thank you for being here. And I hope everybody has a great week. And we'll see you next time. Collect carefully.